And welcome back, one and all, welcome back to Overclocked. This is the second part of Chapter 3, and thankfully, it's mostly puzzles. Unlike the last part of this chapter, which was, oh my god, heavy on dialogue. So let's begin. This is Cell 1.
Somebody's shooting. Shots.
There we go, we've just played in part of Cell 5's confession.
It's dark. They're shooting on the beach. Girls are screaming. Where are you?
I'm outside now, in a wooded area. Somebody is behind me.
Right then, let's begin. Actual puzzles! We need these gloves. Okay, and we need to head to this bunker.
There's the entrance, blocked by a stone slab. I've got to get that thing open somehow.
Now the thing is, if we try and move the slab, it's too heavy.
It's too heavy. I'm going to have to move it somehow.
Exactly what I just said, good sir. So, we need a crowbar or an iron bar or something similar to shift it. Nope, not that way. This way.
There.
Over here.
There's something lying there. A roll of barbed wire.
Now, obviously, we don't want the barbed wire, but we do want the pole. So, we need to use the gloves to get it.
It might work with gloves on.
There we go. Now, I'm going to warn you about something that's going to happen now. Once we get to... We're going to get back to the bunker, and there's going to be a delightful bit of, well, I'm not going to say animal cruelty, but something a bit rough. And because I don't really understand why it's in the game, I am actually going to cut it out. I'm going to cut back to an appropriate part. I'll explain in a minute. You'll see.
Damn it! What's that?
Now, that would be an animal crying out in pain, wouldn't it? Can anyone guess what's happened, considering we left the barbed wire? If I can actually go the right way, it'd be handy, wouldn't it? Right, there's a deer there. I'm now going to cut to it being dead.
I've done it.
I'm pretty sure that was put in to give you an emotional response and sort of show that these guys do have some emotion. But to be honest, I don't want this video to get flagged for inappropriate content. Because, yeah, that is quite graphic, really. So, yeah, apologies about that, but, you know, I've got to be careful.
Just get out of here. There. There is somebody.
Who? Who's there?
That would be him from cell number 3. So we're going to go talk to him now. There are none of the girls in this part of the chapter, which probably helps, to be honest. That's cell 4, isn't it? No, I just said there's none of the girls in this part of the chapter. Cell 3. Right, we need to play him exactly what I just had. So what was that? That was cell 1.
I'm outside now, in a wooded area. Somebody...
Yep, that's the one.
I've just played them recording something that took place in the woods. You were there as well, right?
Yeah.
Think. Go back. What happened before? Where were you?
In a cellar, I think.
Okay, another good puzzle.
I'm in a cellar, and there's a steel door. They've all gone crazy upstairs. I've got to try and get help. I can hear some kind of rushing noise. Sounds like it could be a water pipe.
At the moment, that water pipe has no relevance to what's going on, so let's turn on the light switch for a second. Okay, and if we try and move the bulkhead door, we can't move it because it is absolutely jammed, so we're going to take this fire extinguisher,
It's not moving an inch. That thing looks heavy. I won't be able to carry it far.
And we're going to hit it on the door. And there we go, jobs are good. We can now open it. Okay, number 2. We also need to deal with this keypad. If I can actually get into the right angle so we can see it.
It's flickering. Looks like the power circuit's been broken.
To use it, we've got to turn the light switch back on off again. But you'll notice the numbers are actually worn away, which the code is. It is actually 1357, which is hilarious. So we turn the light off, and then we can input that.
A code lock. I've got to get this door open.
Do you know what's behind the door?
I've got to get help. I've got to get through there.
The thing is, actually, early in the game, when he talks about another keypad that he has to use, he does mention one of the numbers as 1 and 5. So, 1, 3, 5, 7? No. Ah! Right, let's do this again. 1, 3, 5. There we go. Or is it 1573 and I've actually mucked that up?
The wheel to turn a bit now, but I still need to open the code lock.
Okay, maybe it's not what I just put in. 1, 5, 3, 7. There we go.
I think I got it.
I was slightly off.
It's all clear. I'm opening the door.
And where does it lead?
Damn it. I don't remember. Looks like a radio room.
Carry on. What happened next? What did you do in the room?
I don't know. I just don't know anymore.
You're real close, I'm sure. A radio room, you say? I've got an idea. Wait a minute. I need to check out a couple of things.
Okay, we need to quickly go chat to Moretti, the cop, on the phone. And then we can get actually access to the radio room, which is a very nice little puzzle, actually, so. Okay, phone, Moretti, go.
NYPD, Moretti.
Hello, Detective.
Doc, what's happening? Can't you wait for our date? Or you got some news?
Sorry, I gotta skip the date. I need some rest, I think.
What? Now listen,
No, really, I'm not doing too good today.
like I say, that job's no good for you. So, is there anything new? What are the crazy kids up to?
Detective, I need some info on radio traffic from last week. Can we get that? From military frequencies?
Across the whole country? Say, Doc, are you on the same planet?
Just the New York City area will do.
I'm gonna have to ask Jason. I suppose we might be able to get something. So what are we looking for?
SOS calls. Probably messed up ones, like not professional.
Uh-huh. And what do you want those for?
I'll tell you when we meet, okay? I could be way off the mark.
Jason's gonna love it. He's in rough waters with his missus. And all thanks to you.
Welcome to the club.
Man, you really don't sound too happy, you know? So I'll call you when I know more.
Thanks, Detective.
Right, that's all we need. He should now send us an email with an attachment. He has indeed, right. Now that attachment is a audio file of a broadcast. Now I think it's meant to be one that he actually made. Okay, let's go back. And it should be... There we go.
Hello? Hello? Anybody there?
Okay.
Do you know that voice on the radio? It's yours. Why did you send that? And where? Try to remember. Tell me exactly what happened. You opened the door. And then?
Right, I quite like this puzzle.
Okay. Describe to me where you are.
Looks like a radio room.
It's one thing I will say for the game, that the puzzles do actually make a lot of sense, and they're not really that nonsensical. Which is quite nice. Okay, so we need to look at the radio.
This thing working.
Okay, now if we plug it in, it doesn't quite work.
Tell me more. What's happened to the radio?
All of the connections have been ripped out.
We can plug it in, but if you turn it on, you get smoke. So we need these rags, because we can't actually see anything at all at the moment. So to do that, we need to take the light bulb out of this one and put it in there. So we turn the light out.
God.
What is it?
I've put the light out. You can hardly see a thing anymore.
Don't worry, we'll solve that in a minute. Alright, grab the bulb.
Okay, I've got it.
Okay, no, not turn the light back on. We need to then put the bulb in this one.
So let's hope the light still works.
And then turn the light back on, and then we'll be able to actually do the puzzle from behind there. Okay, now to figure out what we've got to do with this puzzle, we need to look at this first.
Morse code and some handwritten notes.
This is always remember that this whole thing was started by a mouse. I have no bloody idea. But here we go. So 1 equals red, 2 equals 4, 3 equals 2, and 4 equals 3. Now that will make sense when we look at the back of the radio. And I will no doubt get this wrong the first time I do it. So here's red, which goes into 1, which is marked on there. And then we need to do... Now I need to get this right. I think it's yellow into the last one. No. I think I've done this wrong already. I'll do it, but I'm pretty sure it's wrong. Plug the mains plug in.
Good. Let's see.
I know it won't work. No. Okay then, so in theory, red goes in there. Then it's the yellow one. Then it's the green, and then it's the blue.
Ah, it's working again.
There we go.
Hello? Can anybody hear me? How come nobody's answering? Damn it. The door's open. What's happening? Somebody shot out the radio. Who the hell? Oh, I gotta get it.
And there we go. Nice little puzzle, although I did have to do a jump cut because I couldn't bloody figure it out this time around. Bit stupid of me, but oh well. Okay, now to finish off, all we need to do is go to speak to cell 1, and then that's all the patient's done for the day.
Hi there. So, how are things? Come on. I'm sure we can make progress here.
We're in the kitchen. All 5 of us.
Okay, which one of you guys started that shit out there?
Definitely a wacko.
Well, then we know exactly who it was.
You admit it?
I've done nothing!
You've been going crazy here for days.
Pack it in.
Or what?
If anybody here's crazy, then it's you.
You ought to be pleased I got these guns.
Now cut it out, you guys. It's just stupid. We're all driving each other crazy. Let's just see how we're all gonna get out of here, okay? We gotta get help. We can't wait a whole week more. I'm not gonna hold out that long.
Maybe it's a part of the test, to see how we react.
That wasn't in the script. I sure didn't come here to get myself massacred. Look, let's split up. Each one looks in a different part of the camp for a way out. Anyone finds anything, he calls the others, and then we're out of here.
Awesome.
You got a better plan?
Well, I think it's a good idea.
Okay, I'm gonna take a look at the gate out here.
I'll take a look at the door in the cellar.
I'll go to the beach then.
And you are going in the woods.
In the woods? Why? Why me?
I like it better if you're a long way away.
You scared of the dark or something?
You're welcome to go look in the well.
Okay, that's enough. He's going into the woods. You made your point.
And me?
You keep an eye on our rooms, and clean up this mess while you're at it.
What? You can do that yourself.
Don't make a big deal out of it.
With that sick idiot?
We're agreed then. The mop stays in the corner. All clear then. Let's get to it. Be careful. We'll meet back again here later.
Okay, well that's a nice bit of exposition about what the hell they're all trying to do.
Okay, you were armed. And you were looking for a way out. What was scaring you so much?
I don't know. Something happened in the night.
Can you still remember where you were?
No. But
But?
the images are becoming clear. Doc,
Yeah.
you staying here tonight as well?
No. I'm going back to my hotel. I've got a meeting. Why?
I'm scared.
You're safe here, son. Don't worry about it.
And what if the nurse comes again? Or the doctor in the white coat?
You don't need to be afraid of them. I'm responsible here. And I'll make sure nothing happens to you.
Right, in which case we need to go bitch slap Dr. Young to make sure he leaves them alone. Okay, a couple of things you can learn from that. So one, it does look like it's a psychological experiment where these kids have been put on an abandoned military base to see how they act. The question is, were they actually... They weren't given the guns, but were the guns left out so they could actually be found by the kids? If not, then it's definitely an experiment that's gone madly wrong. Okay, Dr. Young.
Dr. Young? Yes.
Bitch slap time.
I'm finishing a little earlier today.
Oh, yes? You made such good progress then? Or is the bar calling once again?
Doctor, I think it's the former. All 5 are making excellent progress. I'm pretty certain that we're going to make a decisive step forward tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
For sure. Now I have another commitment. So I'm going to start tomorrow straight off with a girl in cell 2. She was the one who came here first. It's a fair bet we'll be able to make the best progress with her.
Then you best get going.
There was one more thing, Dr. Young. A patient told me today that your and tomorrow's presence was causing them some anxiety.
What? Which patient told you that?
That's quite unimportant. I just wanted to say again that you should leave the 5 in peace. No medication and no other intervention. And please, can tomorrow keep away from the cells?
And if there are problems?
Then call me. I've got to go. See you in the morning.
Oh, consider yourself schooled, son. Right. That's us done for the night. We now just need to head back to the hotel. We're going to talk to Miller on the way. And I'm still not sure about Miller. He claims to be a caretaker security guard, but I still think he's a reporter of some kind.
Go home, Miller. Get yourself to bed. You're gonna die out here.
I got a job here, Doc.
But it's not a job to die for, is it?
You know what I find funny, Doc? I get the feeling you're even further down the line than me.
What do you mean?
I hear things.
Uh-huh. What have you heard then?
That maybe you got 1 or 2 problems yourself.
What's that supposed to mean? Who's telling you that? You're out here the whole day long.
Hey, no problem. It ain't so bad. You can talk to me. I know all that stuff.
Hold it. You heard what I was saying to the detective out there by the gate?
Problems with your wife, eh? I know about that shit, Doc. And I'll tell you something. Forget it. You're getting the short straw.
You've got no idea. Listen, Miller, we hardly know each other. My private life has nothing to do with you. Nothing of what the detective and I were discussing has anything to do with you. You just keep out of it. And stop with the eavesdropping, okay?
It's my job. You forgotten? I'm the security guy.
You had 8 hours training. You have no idea about my job, my life, or my problems. And it better stay that way, or there'll be trouble.
You see, Doc?
What?
You're getting aggressive. You're threatening me. You've got a real problem.
No, Miller. It's you with a problem, and if you're going to carry on like this, you're going to have 2. You're nothing more than an unemployed guy with homicidal tendencies. You're a...
Yeah. You just keep it up, Doc. Come on out with it.
You...
You? Yeah, come on.
That's enough. I've had a tough day. I'll see you tomorrow.
See, there is something a bit odd about him. Alright, fair enough, he could claim he's eavesdropping, but he does seem to know a bit too much. And why do we never get to see his face? Is the real question. Okay, back to the hotel. To discuss the settlement of the bill. We can go to Nighthawks tonight, but it's not mandatory, so we probably won't for time.
Mr. McNamara.
Yeah, I know. I'm coming straight over. Mr. Flynn?
Sir?
This is really awkward for me, but, about the bill.
Yes, sir.
How should I say it? There's a small problem with it.
How should I understand that, sir?
Now then, it's like this. Okay, listen, my account has been frozen. I have to go to my bank in Washington to reactivate the account.
How unpleasant. You don't have any cash?
No, still don't have any.
And you don't know anyone who could help you out?
No. That is perhaps... Look, okay, give me until tomorrow evening. I'll fix it. I will pay. You know that, don't you?
Very well, sir. I'll inform the management of the situation. But please, sir, please, let's not have any more difficulties in your room. The extra expenses you've incurred don't make it any easier to explain to the hotel manager about your outstanding account.
No. Don't worry about it anymore. I won't disturb anyone else here again.
Well.
I've got to go. See you later.
Have a good day, sir.
The real question is, how is he going to, pull a load of money out of his arse? But we will see. Okay, the last 3 things. Number 1, his bags have arrived. Cutscene. I am starting to feel that this story has 2 parallels. You have kids who are treated as being insane, but are actually... They are sane, but they've been turned insane by actual sort of force. Whereas you've got Dave, who is portrayed as sane, but is the one that's actually going insane. If that makes any sense. Oh, Dave, you silly boy. But of course, that was only a dream. And I'm surprised they haven't fixed the mirror yet. What sort of hotel is this? Or replaced his phone. Okay, we need to make 2 phone calls. One to Kim, one to Terry.
Hello?
Kim? It's David. I have to talk to you.
Can't it wait till morning? It's the middle of the night.
No. It can't wait till morning.
Have you been drinking?
I'm calling about that little surprise you sent me.
You're drunk, David.
No, I'm not. Can't we just talk about something else? About this letter I have in front of me?
There's nothing to say about that.
Oh, no? You want a divorce? After 10 years?
I should have gone sooner.
I thought we'd worked it out. I thought you were going to give us another chance.
I tried.
When I get back, we'll get your eyes lasered. I've heard about a specialist who...
Stop it, David. I can see your situation well enough, thank you. Better than you. I can't go on like this.
It wasn't my fault. God, what am I supposed to do? It wasn't my fault.
It's never your fault. The accident, The outbursts, getting fired, the drinking, none of that's your fault.
So what do you want to hear?
Nothing. I don't want to hear anything anymore. You called me. I'm sure you'll find a new apartment soon enough.
You're ruining everything.
There's nothing left to ruin. I'm tired. I've got to go.
Wait.
Good night, David.
Wait!
What then?
Okay, you're right. But I still need my papers and bank documents and, can you get to New York tomorrow and bring them with you?
Why should I do that?
Kim, let's not end this on the telephone. Please.
Okay then. But I'm not coming to your hotel.
You don't have to. We can meet in Central Park tomorrow at 8. Okay? Come to the lake. Kim? Are you still there? We'll meet tomorrow then?
I'll call you if something else comes up.
Okay. Till tomorrow then?
Good night.
Okay, I did wonder if that dialogue would be slightly different, because the first time I did this, I actually went to Nighthawks, and Dave had indeed been drinking. But this time he hadn't, and she still accused him of being drunk. Bit worrying, Dave. Okay. Everyone, Mr. Tommy Wiseau.
Ingram.
Harry, at last, thank God.
David. So what's up?
I need help.
Really? David.
What?
You're not making sense anymore. You need to get treatment.
Now, don't talk nonsense.
I can't help you, David. You've got to hit bottom before you can regain your perspective.
What has Kim been telling you?
David, she never deserved what you did to her.
What did I do to her?
You're driving her nuts. She's scared of you.
She told you that? I'm the one who's been driven nuts.
No, you're not. You're just getting drunk all the time. It's enough that she's almost blind. Now you have to change things.
I'm hanging up. See you later.
Oh, stop it, David. It's no use anymore.
Terry. I trust you. I'd like you to help me. Will you help me?
I won't help you destroy your wife's life any further.
Okay. So that's your view of friendship. You know what? I can do without that.
If that's what you want to do.
Well, how delightfully helpful of him. Okay, let's finish this.
Record date, Tuesday, November the 13th, 2007. Current examination status. Further reconstructions have been successful with all patients. All patients have revealed a thematic as yet unknown threat circumstance. Whether this is a collective delusion or relates to a real event cannot yet be established. That the 5 persons were at one and the same place can now be considered true. Indications of this being a military property are strengthening. In particular, the patient in cell number 3 refers to a radio room, and a military frequency has yielded a corresponding signal. Regardless, there has been no information forthcoming from the authorities concerning any such installation. The condition of the patients continues to be stable. Communication with all patients has improved. Fewer external stimuli are becoming necessary for the sessions. I anticipate further progress with the therapy. Confidential note. Strange things are happening. The detective with whom I'm working has told me that the NSA have asked to see my own personal army records. I ask myself, what has the NSA got to do with my work here? I can't get rid of the suspicion that this has got something to do with my discharge from the army. My work with simulators only has a passing connection with this job. And Kim's accident? No. The investigations were closed a long while back. Although, who knows? Maybe Kim's been in touch with them. I no longer know what else I should say to her. If I could give her my own eyes, I'd do it. She sends things to me at the hotel almost every day. I'm afraid that she's serious, and I can't do anything. When I call her, I lose it, and that only makes things worse. I've got to calm myself down. Maybe I can still sort things out. Maybe. I'm having bad dreams every night. The folks in the hotel are giving me strange looks. Confidential note ends.
You're afraid that she's serious? Whatever gave that away, Dave? The divorce letter, the bags. You tit. Chapter 4. Sunk.
I ought to call Terry.
Ingram?
Hi, it's me.
David.
Hey, sorry about yesterday. I was a bit down. My nerves. You wouldn't believe the crap I'm dealing with.
Now that's a surprise.
Terry, you've got to lend me some cash. $2,000. Can you send it to me?
Are you serious?
Sure am. Kim has had the credit card account frozen. So, can you do it?
No.
No? How come you're not solvent?
I can't endorse that, David.
You can't endorse what?
You're all out. Can't you see that? Kim hasn't overdrawn the account, David. Why are you lying?
Of course she has.
She can't get any dough herself.
That can't be true.
Oh, yeah. It's true, all right. She told me some other things about you, David, as well. Things which always somehow seem to sound different from you. You need to get treatment right away.
What has Kim been saying?
She told me about the party, David. You were drunk. You threw the gasoline bottle at her. The bottle landed in the grill, and it was your fault.
That's not true.
No, David, it is true.
It was an accident.
No, it was your fault. It's about time you faced up to that.
It is not true!
Now hold it right there. It was the same thing with your army discharge. You were drunk, and you attacked one of the test guys in the simulator during the session. It's there in your file.
My file? Where'd you get that from?
Frank requested it.
My file is with the damned NSA!
Not anymore. Frank has a copy for the divorce proceedings.
That's got to be the lowest?
No. The lowest is what you do. And what gets me is that I've been putting up with it. But what you do to Kim, David, that's unforgivable.
So what do I do with her?
Has she told you she takes a knife to bed with her?
A knife?
A knife. She doesn't sleep nights anymore. And the reason for that is you.
Why has she never told me that?
Don't scream at me. You should have gone into treatment right away. As soon as you came out of the army. You're not going to save your marriage anymore. But maybe you can at least save yourself.
Terry. I can't believe it. What's happened to us?
The question is, what's happened to you? Maybe you'll find out. I hope you do.
What's happening with Kim? Can I...
I'm looking after her. I gotta go. Take care.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, Dave is an absolute twat. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.